firstly, a lot of people don't have their target audience following them. You can be on social media for years and you'll be struggling because the people you're supposed to be talking to, they are not seeing you. And that's why I come in to help you set that target audience, to make sure that whenever you're doing your advert, it's popping in front of the people that are actually looking for you. That's what. And another thing again that makes an advert convert is the content. If your content is not good, it will not convert.
Hi guys, welcome to another fantastic interview for the UncutXtra magazine. My name is Omobolale Adigun, aka Obobolaval, aka the Vi Queen. I'm conducting this interview for the UncutXtra magazine's the 22nd edition. And guess what? Of course, as promised, we're going to be interviewing amazing influential personalities. And today I'm going to be interviewing this particular goddess. Yes, they call her the IG goddess of arts. She's known as, the Naija brand influencer. She is a force to reckon with. She's so many more. She's not just beautiful, she's the definition of beauty and brains. And welcome with me, guys, Ambassador Jennifer Etito Oyugbo. I hope I pronounced it right.
Yes, you did, Adi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here.
In fact, we're so excited to have you here. And once again, permit me to say you look dashing.
Oh, thank you.
As always, actually.
Thank you.
Okay, so this interview is for the UncutXtra magazine, which means that we've carefully selected some influential personalities and we're quite keen on people with a great body of work. And for those who are active online, there's nobody that will say they do not know you or they did not come across your brand and all of that. Now, you're widely known as Naija brand influencer. That's huge. But you lead up to, the name and its expectations. And you've positioned yourself as a legacy builder. How did you delve into this career path?
Well, I didn't start today. Sometime 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, I just saw the way people were like delving into social media. Then social media was not this rampant. And I remember attending a class then, social media marketing class. In short, after that day, I got inspired by the coach that took us that day. And I was like, it's time to build my own social media platform. So I was doing it gradually. While I was doing that, I was working in a 9 to 5.
Wow.
I was just earning 50,000 at that point in time.
Really?
Yeah. I worked there for like 3 years. But at the same time, I was building my brand by the side. That was like my side also. And then I learned a lot from social media. I learned through my failures. I didn't just start, I became an authority overnight. I started gradually. I learned in the process. And I would say, due to my skill, and I've actually made a lot of business owners, not just business owners, brands in general, I've made them have visibility online. I've made a lot of business owners make sales online. In short, more than 10,000 business owners can testify that after they encountered me, their brands are never the same again. So I have now become an authority online. Don't play. Okay,
amazing. I totally agree because you didn't just delve into the space.
No.
You professionalized it.
I learned.
So I would like to ask, at the point where you decided to start this career path, what was that major obvious gap that was lacking? That's when you got into the space, you put like a spotlight on that path.
Well, I'll talk about my asset targeting services. And at the time, I was the only one doing it on social media. And I think because of it, people have seen my sponsored adverts so many times. And now they are beginning to copy my strategy. Another thing again is a lot of business coach or digital marketing experts, they are always in one particular box. But me, I decided to have my own originality and my own personality online, and I'm quite different from them.
Yeah.
But I've now seen other coaches that were, uptight and everything. Now trying to be loosely. Yeah. They are now doing the lifestyle influencing just the way I'm doing it. So I think it's good. At the end of the day, if you're not doing something right, people will let you cook.
Of course. Amazing. Okay, so one of your popular nicknames is the IG goddess of eyes, right? And I know that some of the videos that I mentioned earlier that I come across, like I used to come across a lot, you always talked about adverts.
Yeah.
You know, that is not just for you to just do an advert. Like, are you doing it right? Is it converting and all of that?
Yeah.
Now, could you please tell us, when you say an advert that converts, what do you mean? How do you measure an ad that converts?
Okay, firstly, a lot of people don't have their target audience following them. You can be on social media for years and you'll be struggling because the people you're supposed to be talking to, they are not seeing you. And that's why I come in to help you set that target audience, to make sure that whenever you're doing your advert, it's popping in front of the people that are actually looking for you. That's what. And another thing again that makes an advert convert is the content. If your content is not good, it will not convert. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people create their content and they are too direct. They don't talk about the problems. They don't talk about the value. They don't talk about why people need to get what you're advertising. It will not convert because most an advert looks like an advert at the first glance. People will just scroll past it. You get? So those are the things that makes adverts convert generally. Your content and the right ad set targeting. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you've worked with quite a number of brands, and we're talking about thousands of brands.
Yeah.
Now, there are so many businesses, you know, especially in this world now where people live and breathe content. There are a lot of people who think they are ready for visibility, but in the right sense, when you evaluate people like that, they're actually not ready. Right? What are some of the very popular mistakes that you think that small business owners make? You know, thinking they are actually ready for visibility, but they are not.
They are not confident in what they sell. When you're telling someone to come and buy what you sell, or you're trying to offer a solution and you're not confident, that's a big error, because people want to be convinced. They want to be sure that they are not going to be wasting their money. You're not the only one selling what you sell. There are other people selling what you sell, and the market is highly competitive. So if you're coming outside to say, okay, I sell this, or I perform these services, you have to, first of all, the number one priority you need to have as a business owner is to understand audience psychology. Once you master that art or that craft, you've gotten it.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now let's talk about authenticity.
Yeah.
You know, I know that earlier when I was asking a question while you were responding, how we talked about some people, because you're doing great, they want to copy. And that's a very, very popular mistake that a lot of people make now.
Yeah.
Now, what's your advice to people, you know, who just try to adapt this copy and paste system when they can be authentic in their own ways?
Okay, it's very okay to draw inspiration from people, because even in my growing stage, I will look at my competitors' pages, I will see what they are doing and see how I can actually get inspired to do mine, but not to copy. Because when you copy, people are not blind. People just see that, oh, this person is actually copying this person. I've seen some videos, not people trying to copy me, but trying to copy other popular people. And when I see them, I'm like, hello, it's just written all over you that you're copying. But originality will always make you stand out anytime. Once you're original, trust me, you'll be able to carve your own niche. You'll be able to build your own fan base. People love you for who you are. People want to see your personality, because when people buy, they don't just buy the product, they buy you.
Yes, as a brand.
So that part of you needs to show, it needs to come out, so people can actually love you for who you are. That is it.
Okay, amazing. So let's go international. Okay, cool. So let's go international.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond the fact that you know what you're doing, and you know you represent your brand so confidently, you've also traveled to quite a number of countries. And by travel, I'm not even talking about the vacations now. I'm talking about you traveling out to speak for international conferences and all. How would you say that these international relationships have helped your brand?
It has actually helped me in terms of networking, meeting people that matter, in short, taking my brand name to another level entirely. And the level of people I have met along the line in this my international trip, summit, speaking, has actually exposed my brand on a bigger scale, on a bigger level. The last one I went for, which was the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, I was actually invited on stage. I was able to give my mom's tribute to a global audience. and it's good because I'm taking my brand internationally, and I'm happy about that.
Well done. Okay, so my next question is going to be about the misconception theory. What would you say the greatest misconception about being a powerful woman has been for you through your journey?
Okay, being a powerful woman does not mean I go around trying to like bring you down. If I am powerful, it means that I'm also trying to make you powerful too. Powerful women are not, they don't go around intimidating people. But I think our presence just naturally just intimidate weak people, intimidated people. Powerful women don't get intimidated by another powerful women. They want to connect and collaborate. I wasn't about powerful women. That the conception people create in their head is that we are too proud. We are proud, we are not humble, we cannot make good wives because we are too, when we are rich, there's fire there. Well, we cannot make good wives or good mothers or good friends, which is very, very wrong because we are the most humble people. We would like to help people around us. We don't, raise our shoulders so high because we are rich. You see a powerful woman want to liberate another woman to be powerful. You see a powerful woman, in short, when a man marries a powerful woman, she's not looking at her husband as inferior as long as the husband supports her.
Yes.
Instead, she wants to add to him, add to his life. In short, a powerful woman adds to everybody around her, not just to her husband, to her family, to her friends. But they don't have that misconception that we are too proud, we are arrogant, and all of that. And I see success as it's not just a masculine trait alone. Yeah. God did not bring us to this world to say, okay, it's only a man that has to be successful. A woman can also be successful. We are born with different parts, different lights. And if I'm born to this world to be powerful and to be impactful, it is what I have been created to be. I believe everybody comes to this world for one purpose or the other. So my being powerful is not to intimidate you, but to influence you and also show you the road that you can also be powerful. If you remove that intimidation from yourself, you can that inferiority. They are not we are human beings, we are not God. So you don't have to be weak around us. Start trusting.
Okay, I mean, enough sense. Really, okay, it's left to you to pick your lessons, get inspired rather than get intimidated.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's still dwell on that and talk about the opposite sex. Have you ever had an experience where your success or your aura, because of the kind of brand that you exude, have you ever had any experience where your success maybe cost you like a relationship or a friendship?
Friendship.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I dated a guy that was so intimidated by me.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it earlier until he started making statements like you're too fame conscious and I like him. Your own is too much. I need so much content, make it easy. I was like, are you serious? Like, what is the problem? You're supposed to support me. I'm not even against anything you're doing. So why is my own? It was rubbing it on my face. It became a narcissist. He wanted to humble me by all means by talking down at me so that I can become so humble and see him as the man because I was too powerful. I had no money. I wasn't like using my money to look down and raise him, press him or nothing. I respected him, but I think it was all in his head because he saw the way then I was not this grown. But he had seen
you were not this grown.
I was not this grown. He was already like that. I'm talking about 3 years ago. Wow. I was not this grown.
Wow.
And he was already feeling that way. He had already seen the future that this girl, maybe my confidence, the way I speak and everything, was already intimidated. I just feel that, this relationship is a no for me. It cannot work. Because if I marry this man and he has to humble me like this, he will kill my career. And for friendship, I have had friends.
Friends?
Yes. Mostly old friends anyways. You know how it is when you're overgrowing, and the old friend is not growing and she's so jealous of you. The next thing they do is they start spoiling your personality, telling people that, she's not all that, she's lying, she's sleeping around, in short, her success was based on a married man or something. They try to like spoil your reputation and everything because they cannot stand the light that you have. So I've had that severally, and now my circle, I just try as much as possible to just select the kind of people I bring around me now. So you won't get intimidated by me.
Wow, amazing. Okay, so let's talk about legacy.
Yeah.
What does legacy mean to you beyond the numbers, the fame, the social proof? What does legacy mean to you?
the impacts. Because our society has made a lot of women believe that you cannot make it without a man, or you're knocking without a man. I'm not against men. I want to get married. I love a good man. But I wouldn't want you to dim your lights because you feel, oh, if I don't get this part of my life right or marriage right, I'm knocking. Okay, I want women to pursue their dream, to remember that they can leave impact as well. So I want to be remembered for that, and that's why I try as much as possible to give out value, to speak to women in so many ways, to let them know that they are capable to live the dream that they want, to live the life that they want. That is it.
I mean, that's so deep. You know, there's some people who admire us, but they don't even approach. They never say they DM, but trust me, they're always on your page, you know, trying to get inspired, and they're looking forward to, can I be as great as her someday soon and all of that. But I think that, you know, what you said now is enough to inspire any woman looking out or looking to be like you in the nearest future. So that's great. So what part of you do you think that so many people do not see? They do not know. Yes, you know, we see the business-minded woman. We see the, you know, it's funny how you can switch. I mean, there was one time, I feel like you're very creative. There was one time where I think you were teaching like your followers the hooks, like how to create like a good hook, and I think there was something trending. I can't really remember the exact video, but there was something trending at the moment, and you just said, why would she do it? So why not do it? And you know, because I know that it in the real sense, haven't followed you for a while, I knew that you were not supporting that thing, so I knew you were going somewhere, but trust me, that was a good catch, because there were so many people that would be, you know, the world thrives on negativity. So I know that there'll be a lot of people who say, hey, Miss Eva talking now, you know, things like that, right? But beyond all that we see online, who is Ambassador Jennifer inside? That part that people do not see. Yes.
I'm actually a very soft person. The hardness I built around me that people see is I see social media as a job. When I'm on social media, when I'm in front of the camera addressing on social media, it's a job, right? Just like when you're acting movies, is a job. But inside, it's not like I'm pretending or anything. That's my personality or mine. I'm actually a very soft person. I'm very humble. I'm very playful. I joke and I play a lot outside social media, and I'm surprised that you guys don't see that part of it, because I try to.
I see you.
That side of me, but people still want
you dancing and all of that.
People still want to take the strict part, like the hard part. But I'm actually very soft, very playful. I ask my friends who I see here, he'll tell you that I'm a very jovial person. I'm the light of the party. So please, that's who I am.
Okay, great. Interesting to know. So let's talk about trolls. One thing I have come to understand, I mean, sometimes when I get down, my mom will say something to me that even Jesus Christ, I will follow, had haters, right? But we're humans. Jesus is Jesus. He's you know, he's a supernatural being, but we are humans. And everybody has got like some trolls, you know, some comments that just get to us sometimes. How do you deal with trolls and negative comments?
I've come to realize that you cannot just take it away from you. I'm popular now. I'm already in the limelight, and it's not everybody that'll be happy about it. There are some people that just see you and just hate your guts. They hate your aura, and I cannot come and apologize for that. I'm not here come and educate you or something or make you like me. I'm not sugar, so you cannot come and like me.
Even some people don't like sugar.
Exactly. No matter how good I am, I don't see myself doing wrong online. I'm actually impactful. I'm doing everything right. But there are people that will still hate you for your confidence. They hate you for your originality. They hate you because you give out lots of value. They hate you for that. So I really do not care about trolls. I cannot be liked for everybody, and I don't want to even be liked, because the number one thing you achieve, when you start having haters, that's when you know that you've grown. If you've not gotten to that level, of getting people trolling you back to back, you need to work harder. Really, you need to work harder. Exactly.
Actually, very you need to work harder. It only shows that you're doing something right. Then you're popular. Okay, amazing. So, in your downtimes, what keeps you going?
my downtime, what keeps me going is content. Even when I lost my mom, people were like, go and rest. I did thyroid surgery and I was still coming online. People were like, go and rest. I find it very.
You had a surgery after.
I had a surgery in September 2026. My mom died in November. Yeah. So yeah, that was when I did it in September. And I went during my surgery. After my surgery, I was still showing up online because it keeps me happy. It's not just about showing. It's something that I love to do. So when I create content, it actually makes me happy. If I'm not creating content, I'm sad. If I'm clueless about what to post, I'm sad. Creating content is like addiction. You want to always, appear online. You don't just want to go offline. It keeps me happy. I'm so happy doing it. Every care.
Okay, great. So my next question is, if social media disappears this moment, what other activities do you see yourself doing?
If social media disappears, there are businesses you can do. Before social media, people were existing, right? I was a makeup artist.
Wow.
I had a makeup.
Do you do your makeup yourself?
I did this one myself.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to be a makeup artist. And when I was 20.
Wow.
I had a makeup studio in Abuja before I moved to Benin City to pursue my master's degree. I had another makeup studio there. There was social media, but I was not active on social media, but I was able to train lots of students. I trained over 200 students at that point in time. I was doing the makeup for the governor's wife in Benin City there. There was social media, but I was not active online, okay? But I was able to do it. So I still believe that without social media, if you have the zeal in you and you have the race in you, you'll be able to achieve it regardless. There are other things we can do.
Really, this is quite inspiring. Before I ask you the last question, before the games, because we have the game segment, the phone was passed to you, and you had the opportunity to make a phone call to Money. What message would you share with Money?
What message will I share with my mom? She died recently. She's updated anyways, but it would have been my dad. My dad died before my mom. My mom is highly updated. She just died. She stayed in me, so she knows everything that was happening. But my dad died at the peak of my success, and my dad didn't get to witness it because that same month I moved was the same month he died. And the last time I saw him, he was sick. And I showed him a picture of my house. He said, "Daddy, I'm coming back in January to take you to my house. Please be okay. Try and be well. I want you to come and see it." And he didn't make it. He died the following month. So I actually would call him and tell him that, "Daddy, your girl is killing it." I actually did the things I said I was going to do. Remember when I told you that, "Daddy, if you give me like 2 years time, I'm going to make you proud." Remember when I was always saying it, that I was going to make it? I'm actually making it. Remember when I told you that I'm going to be rich? Daddy, I'm actually rich now. I would tell him everything has happened. Tell him, "Daddy, I'm popular. Daddy, I'm making your name proud. I've not gotten to where I want to be." Yes, but I will give him all the updates, all the necessary updates, but he didn't get to witness that.
Oh my gosh, that's so touching and heartwarming. But one thing I know is that they say our loved ones that have gone to rest, they watch us from. So I'm sure that they're so proud, and Daddy and Mommy have reunited now, and they are probably watching over you, and I'm sure that they're rooting for you. So it's the cue for you to keep going. Yes, we can't wait to keep celebrating your many more wins. Okay, so before we go into this game segment, lastly, we would love you to send a message to your fans. There are some people who are at that down moment. They probably tried a few things, but nothing is just working. And some people don't even see themselves as that person that can be successful in life. What message do you have to that woman that is staring at you right now, that will be watching this or is staring at you right now thinking, can I be as great as Naija brand influencer someday?
You can be great, even greater than me. The thing is that you have to remain focused and believe in yourself. Change your mindset. That mindset that is telling you to think that you are nothing is not true. What helped me was that I was focused. Even in my lowest point in life, in my lowest, I knew that in the next so years, I'll be able to make it. So I have to remain focused. So first thing you need to do is to remain focused on your goal. I was like a machine that was always thinking, this is what I want to achieve. Every year I write out my goals and say, okay, this is what I will achieve this year. This is the strategy I'm going to use. And I actually do it like a machine. Another thing is that don't say, oh, you have the grace now, that's why you're taking like this. You have to first find your passion. Some of you are doing the opposite. You have not forgotten what you really want to do, because if you find your passion and God has actually directed you, you might be doing the wrong thing. Maybe you're selling clothes, or maybe that clothes you are selling is not striving because you have not found your purpose yet. By the time you found your purpose and you are actually passionate with what you do, and then you put in your mind, and your mindset is after that pain, and you focus, trust me, the sky will be your starting point. And never feel discouraged. Never say, oh, I'm not worthy enough. Never feel discouraged. Anybody can have the ability to be great. It depends on how you carry yourself and your mindset and how you pursue your dream. That is it.
Wow.
So, and another thing again, remain consistent. Don't do something and leave it. A lot of people do a lot of things at the same time. What actually helped me again was I focused on one thing. I did not say, okay, I want to be a social media marketing expert. I want to sell clothes. I want to do this one. A lot, they jump pack everything in their head, and they are misdirected. They are not focused on one thing. Just pick one thing you are passionate about. Focus on that particular thing. Maybe later on you cannot diversify, but so you don't lose focus and you don't get distracted.
Really, even personally, like tears. I have tears in my eyes smiling of what that was great, and I'm sure that a lot of people will be inspired by reading this when it is transcribed, and those who watch the video will be inspired. And I'm sure that even those in the room
they are inspired.
Yes, of course, we're all inspired. Really, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Keep doing great. Please don't stop.
Thank
you. Know, there's something I always say. I have some friends too who are into content. I'm also a content creator, and sometimes it can really get discouraging, especially with these trolls and haters everywhere. But one thing I always say to people who I get the opportunity to speak with is think about those people that are benefiting from it, really, because trust me, you don't know how far your contents are, inspiring lives. So please keep going, keep showing up, keep slaying.
Thank you.
Because you see that slay, it's also very interesting. So I'd love to, watch you dress and do all of that stuff. Okay, so we're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to play some quick games. Okay, guys, so we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.